Punch the sky, Spaceman Joe. Yeah. Brr. Tier 1, crazy hand. Okay, let's go.
Here we are with Werewolf Radar's Paranormal News. I'm Roger, joined by Jordan and Nate.
Hello.
What's up?
And we are, first of all, giving you the up-to-date beats on Jordan's cursed camera. Right now, it's turning off by itself, perhaps because he's drinking a LaCroix.
I
We're
think
not sure.
maybe I have too many USBs plugged
Is that
in.
that beach plum? It could be. It hates that
beach plum.
flavor.
This is beach plum, which I have discerned is just cherries. It's just what they're called, cherries up there. It's a certain species of stone fruit that is basically a cherry.
Yeah. But for reals, we're talking about what SETI scientists are up to. Not a lot of paranormal news going on right now, but this is some crazy extraterrestrial news.
Always interested.
Direct from SETI.org. This is their press release, and it is titled Whale SETI. Groundbreaking encounter with humpback whales reveals potential for non-human intelligence communication.
What?
All right. Well, this is Star Trek The Voyage Home.
This is Star Trek 4 shit. Indeed. So as you know, one of the biggest difficulties with interstellar communication is, of course, the language barrier being so extreme because two species would be on total evolutionary paths on how they live, let alone communicate.
Yeah. Did you guys see that movie, Still Life with Invisible Hand?
No.
It's really good. It's like a sort of a dramedy about a kid growing up in a world that was like peacefully conquered by aliens. Like people agreed to like the trade benefits of these aliens, but the aliens speak by their hands are these weird paddles that have like these like sandpapery ridges on them, and they rub them together, and it's like, and that's how they communicate.
That's the type of shit we're getting into.
Yeah.
For damn sure. So this was released December 12th, 2023. And it goes, a team of scientists from the SETI Institute, University of California, Davis, and the Alaska Whale Foundation had a close encounter with a non-human, and then in parentheses, aquatic intelligence. They have
just
fun.
What they're calling whales?
Yeah, they call them non-human aquatic intelligence, and then they all chuckle a little bit, you know, because it's a scientist joke.
Yeah,
that's extraordinarily misleading.
Yeah, that's
because
I was expecting a fucking game,
an alien.
But I mean, it is a perfect example of something that we would need to learn how to communicate with if we're going to even have a hopes of communicating from something even as close as Ganymede, you know?
Before we go any further,
yes.
Do you think whales have anything good to say?
They have to grit through it because they're being polite. They're very upset about what's happening to the ocean and all the noise we're putting down there. They're trying to sleep. They have this new child, and we keep waking it with our sonar pulses.
Yeah, we keep tapping the aquarium that is the Atlantic.
They seem so wise in their countenance and their deep resonant screams, I suppose. But look, my camera went off. But I wonder if it's all just like, ouch, fish, plastic, or if they have like philosophy and stuff.
Good question. So the whale SETI team has been studying humpback whales specifically and their communication systems in an effort to develop intelligent filters for search for extraterrestrial intelligence.
It's your Cadillac of whales right there.
Oh yeah, for sure. Your humpback is something that you like end game with, you know, like it's not something you get in your freshman year of college.
Absolutely.
That's a narwhal. Okay. Then you ride that for a few years.
Narwhal's still pretty flash, dude.
Fair enough. I come from very whale affluent family members.
Whenever anybody in my family turns 16, they get a narwhal.
In response to a recorded humpback contact played into the sea via a underwater speaker, a humpback whale named Twain approached and circled the team's boat.
Okay.
While responding in a conversational style to the whale greeting signal.
He was quoted as saying, "Shut up."
During the 20-minute exchange, Twain responded to each playback call and matched the interval variations between each signal.
Huh. Interesting.
Very much so. A description and analysis of the encounter appears in a recent issue of the journal Pure J. The winter issue, the one with Selena Gomez, I assume.
Oh, yeah. The winter issue of the September issue.
Yes.
In this issue of Boring Shit by Quarterly.
Interactive bioacoustic playback as a tool for detecting and exploring non-human intelligence, conversing with an Alaskan humpback whale.
Crazy. This is the problem with these academic journals is it'll be like fucking 19 months of various equations. And then one issue will be like, oh, we can talk to whales now.
Well, I mean, it's got to be peer reviewed.
Yeah, I guess so. By a panel of whales.
And some humans, but mostly, you ask the subject if it's correct. A quote from lead author Dr. Brenda McCowan. We believe this is the first such communicative exchange between humans and humpback whales in the humpback language.
Crazy.
Humpback whales.
That's fucking insane.
What a crazy sentence to hear.
Humpback whales are extremely intelligent and have complex systems, social systems, make tools and nets out of bubbles to catch fish, and communicate extensively with both song and social calls, says Dr. Fred Sharpe of the Alaskan Whale Foundation.
Nets out of bubbles is a bit of an exaggeration, but I suppose that's what they're doing.
It's what they're doing. It traps the fish as a net would, you know?
It does. It does. Okay. All right. I'll give him that one.
But
that
I think tool.
That feels a bit like that, like underwater intelligence kind of joke.
It's some Avatar bullshit.
But it's a tool. I think because we're mammals, monkeys especially, and we like sticks and stones to break bones and whatnot.
Sure.
That's what we consider what like a net would be, more tangible. But because they're underwater intelligence, they're bubble punk technology.
Bubble punk for sure. We're like, you call that a tool? It's, this is a tool, and then it's like a DeWalt fucking hydro cutter or some shit.
Whale bubbles do all sorts of stuff too. I used to have a joke about whale fart bubbles.
Okay. I mean, it's funny already.
Yeah, right? Because of the current limitations on technology, an important assumption of the search for extraterrestrial intelligence is that extraterrestrials will be interested in making contact and so target human receivers. This important assumption is certainly supported by the behavior of humpback whales. So, let's throw humpback whales into the extraterrestrial. They were interested in what was making the sound.
Sure. Do you think that it's aliens just don't know who to contact?
Ooh.
They're just instead of contacting fucking Joe fucking Biden or somebody, they're just this guy will do, right? He'll tell the others and they'll clearly believe him.
Well, the farmland has enough space to land the ship, so
Yeah. Or honestly, maybe they're not. More
it's
and
going to be
more.
some random asshole in Wisconsin.
Yeah, more and more, it's seeming like they don't want to make contact and they just don't care. It's like I think of it more and more as the relationship between us and like ants. We're just like, oh, cool, look at them down there. Let's take some. All right, goodbye, ants. And the ants are like, what the fuck happened? That was our whole society just got fucked up. And we're like, look at them. Look at
look at them
what
skitter around.
Look at what they think is important.
And they're like, how about the biggest thing that we can find on the planet?
Yeah, but that does kind of, do you think that's it? They're just like contacting like fat guys because they're like, well, he's clearly the most important.
I meant the whale, but
oh, sure. I like the idea that it's like the heavier the person, because then I stand a chance, you know? I'm like, I'm something of a queen bee in this situation.
It's you and Brendan Fraser.
So similar to studying Antarctica as a proxy for Mars, the whale SETI team is studying intelligent terrestrial non-human communication systems to develop filters as to apply to any extraterrestrial signals received. The mathematics of information theory to quantify communicative complexity, for example, rule structure embedded in the received message, will be utilized.
All
so
right,
don't worry, they got something.
That means.
Yeah. Linguistically, I do believe that means that, like, mathematically, information has to be conveyed in a certain way for it to be understood regardless.
Yeah.
Essentially, it's like the subject verb object or verb object subject. Like, there's only so many ways that like a language can work to communicate intelligence.
I don't understand how communication through mathematics would be possible. Like, you'd go up to a whale and be like 12, and they'd be like 12.
One way is like Fibonacci sequences.
Okay, or like
you count up and then you stop and you repeat it again, hoping that it would respond with the number that you're missing or continue that sequence. Or like you just skip a number in there and it would fill in the gap.
Like binary or something.
Like, generally speaking, I suppose calculus describes a natural order. So
don't know what calculus is. I mean, I know the word and I've heard like smart people talk about it, but trying to imagine what it is, I'm like,
from what I've understand in movies, it's something you can use to get banned from casinos.
That's why whenever you go to the casino, there's a big no calculus sign on the door. It's like no handguns, no calculus.
A bunch of angry professors just fucking smoking a cigarette outside, waiting for the doorman that kicked them out to change.
Hey kid, you want to learn some calculus?
You cut me in half the profits. I'll teach you some calculus.
They scan you for calculus at the door. They're like, solve for X. And you're like, that's algebra. And they're like, aha!
Too smart. Get out of here,
Get
kid.
the fuck out of here.
You need to solve for the function of X, my friend.
That's calculus. Swarm, get him.
So other team members and co-authors of the paper are Dr. Josie Hubbard, Lisa Walker, and Jody Fridiani.
Which one do you think is a whale?
Probably Fridiani.
Fridiani.
Yeah, for sure.
That's a whale name for sure. With specialties in human intelligence, humpback whale song analysis. We majored in the wrong stuff, everybody.
For real.
We did. I would love to do whale song analysis.
And photography and behavior of humpback whales, respectively.
I don't know if I would want to talk to whales. I mean, no shade. Whales are cool. They're out here. They have speech centers, etc. They're doing the thing. But of all the animals, I might pick something else.
Well, you're going to be the one who specializes in animal intelligences then, because you can do the whales a little bit, go on to an animal that interests you more. Should that wane in your interest, you move somewhere else. I
feel like
very broad.
Like a little monkey is he's gonna get a lot of the stupid jokes I'm throwing at him, you know?
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna be a cheeky little fellow, and I'll be like, you know, I'll have a lot of dad jokes for him. I'll say rude words, and he'll be like, "Man, you're a fucking genius, dude. This is hilarious."
It does seem like monkeys, of all of the mammals in the world, would actually enjoy humor.
Yeah, they seem like silly little cheeky dudes.
So this same team who wrote this paper that we just went over wrote a second paper that will soon be available on the non-audio communicative behavior of humpback whales.
Oh.
I think specifically about how bubble rings made in the presence and possibly for humans.
Whoa, the language of bubbles.
The language of bubbles, very bubble punk.
Bubble punk.
Let me type that in, see if there's a bubble punk community.
We have to start this movement. I bet we can get 2 books out of it.
For sure. If it doesn't already exist.
It doesn't really exist.
Okay, cool.
I think we can start doing bubble punk. We're bubble punk now, Dark Council. All right.
This is where it started. Remember where you were this day.
And that's gonna wrap up the news, gentlemen. We have apparently scientists have the ability to communicate with non-human intelligences.
Pretty cool. Whales now, who knows? By next year, we might be telling dirty jokes to little cheeky monkeys.
Dude, imagine going to the zoo and telling a cheeky little joke in a monkey language, and you and him lock eyes and just chuckle.
Laugh and laugh and laugh. Something about whale farts, you know?
And then they respond by saying, "Can you please save me from slavery?
Please release me." I know there's more out there. I saw a kid had a YouTube on his phone, and he showed me the jungle. And just, please, can you let me out? And you say, "Oh, you silly, cheeky little man. Goodbye."
And then he responds to that with, well, at least, no, don't go. Give me a lick of your ice cream.
The cheekiest of all. The cheekiest so far.
So let's wrap up. Thank you for listening. Of course, if you like what we do, give us a 5-star review wherever you can. That's the best way to promote the show. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen to, more than likely it has a rating system. And that really helps other people find us and learn to love us.
Rate us good.
Rate us well.
For you.
Oh, yeah, we are good for you.
We good, you help. Free us from zoo.
If you want to hang out with us every Monday, we got a Twitch channel. I stream sometimes before D&D, then we play D&D.
Mm-hmm.
What else is there? There's our website, and guess what? We got a merch update.
Twitch.tv/_ Werewolf Radar.
You Google Werewolf Radar, you can find all this. That's
I say, it's going to be hard. It'd be harder to not run into us on the internet. We are. Truly. It is the web, and we are the spiders.
Truly, we're little spiders going.
That's what spiders sound like. That's the spider language.
And I don't know what I said. I hope it wasn't offensive.
I'm sure it was. The spiders are very offensive by nature.
True. A very aggressive language with them.
Problematic.
Also, Dark Council members, we have new merch coming for 2024 series of merch. So keep subscribing and you shall get new shirt, new mug, new poster. That's new. We didn't do a poster before.
New shit is coming your way.
And then, of course, that solid sticker made by one Adam Passion. You can't believe it's Monstroko. Or can't believe it's not evil. Jeez. I remember what this sticker says. Monstroko
brand new president.
Manchurian candidate.
Monstroko brand blank president.
All right, let's wrap up with our ultra super duper secret sign off line from one Dylan Gutierrez. 1, 2, 3. Suspect the void. Space person, whomever.